Hello everyone, I'm going to talk about the talk about the 210 courses schedule second version. The question is there are a lot of numbers courses you have to take and they're labeled from 0 to numbers courses -1 and you are given an array prerequisite where the prerequisite I is equal to the A and B. In the case that you must take course B, first, if you want to take courses A, and for example, the pair of the 0, 1, indicate that to take course 0. And you have to first take course 1 and then return the ordering. Of course, you should take the finish all courses. If there are many valid answers, return any of them. If it is impossible to finish all courses, return an empty array. So example here, we have example 1, numbers 2, prerequisites. There are a total of 2 courses to take, and to take courses 1, you should have finished the course 0. So the correct course order is 0, 1. Okay, so what's going now is this one is quite different from the another version 1 because the output is different. The previous one just need to return like Boolean point or return true or false. But for here, we need to exactly path. So which means we need to store that. So the idea will be the same, just when we find the results, we need to store it. That is the different. So let's say same, I need to map it. So edit. And for here is the so which means I can have the graph. It's just the course number. And this is the prerequisite. So kind of like 1 pointed to 0. And 0 pointed to something like this. And also I need the integer visit. Curve path. And also I need the list. And also I need to create the result here. Then we can use the DFS to start the first one to check whether encounter some cycle. They are equal to true, which means we encounter the cycle. So which means we need to return the empty. Otherwise, we need to store the subresults, anything inside the subresult, like Okay, so this is idea about high level idea about this, and then we here we need to implement this one and DFS. Because we need to generate the this is cost number and the error to the pre-request. Okay, so for the next is the pre-requests prof get the per add the pre and then return the graph. Right, so this one is finished. Now we can come here to implement the DFS. The current past contains course. We actually, which means it encounters some cycle, we return true. The curve, which one we already visit. Which means we don't need to check this point. We can go to the next one. But actually, I think this one is for the neighbors, right? It's generate, so we can return force. Now we come into curve pass. And visit it. Trying to go into the next one. Okay, so if this one equal to true, which means finite the circle, so we can return true. Otherwise, we need to separate out which current one is variable one. And also for the three, oops, output is empty. Oh, yeah. And for the time complexities, there is all kind of like search all the graph. The words are the same. Thank you.